It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC East. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jim ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He can't. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hurts. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Johnson, the intended target. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts over the middle, and it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Neville Gallimore able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. throwing. Prescott. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, this defense for the Eagles much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Prescott from the gun. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. That they told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Javon Hargrave able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Man, it's good to see you.
Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Rager catches it left side.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Throwing is Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
For Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Daniel Jones, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football, of understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running right, here's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6.
Prescott down. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Elliott.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Dak's going to keep it.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
3rd down here. He sets to fire deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
2nd and 10.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're saying.
And we'll see if that continues. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A beautiful fake. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And
he can't escape, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the Windy City, where the New York Giants have made the trip to take on Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. The Steelers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That is caught by Lamb.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 10th carry now for Elliott. Fighting through. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Draw play, Elliott. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Prescott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 20. This is Elliott. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 31, Hurts. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Prescott off play action. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
See how they handle the wing this one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Hurts. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's got Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.